Good morning. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Mark. This is Spaghetti Garage, and today we are headed out to the Oklahoma City Cars and Coffee. Now this will actually be the first one that I've actually made it to. For whatever reason, for the last 7 months that I've owned the car, there have been reasons I haven't been able to make it out. 8 months, almost 9 months. I haven't been able to make it out to any of the Cars and Coffee. So I'm really excited to get out there. There are always some killer cars that get out there. And yesterday I shined the car up. It's looking good. It's ready for this. So and I'm ready for it. It's been raining here a lot, like the last week, more than a week, probably the last 10 days. All it's done is rain every single day. So the sun's coming out this morning, and I'm really looking forward to getting out, seeing some cool cars, and enjoying a good time. Cars and Coffee, I've got some great Ethiopian coffee sitting here. It's actually a Cup of Excellence. So good coffee, definitely good coffee. It's from Onyx Coffee Roaster out in Bentonville, Arkansas. It's somewhere in that area anyway, Arkansas. All right, so I do have a couple things I wanted to talk about probably before we get out to the Cars and Coffee. I'm gonna have a little bit of coffee, wake up a little bit, then I'll come back and talk. All right, so I wanted to talk about something that I have not heard anyone in the Supra forums or on any of the Toyota stuff talk about. But I was doing some looking around. I was actually looking for something, and someone referred me to a BMW forum. And so I was on there, and I was reading through a few posts, and I saw this thing that kept coming up. It was called ISTA. And what it is, I don't remember exactly what the acronym ISTA stands for, but what it is it's a diagnostic tool that BMW uses. Now, I'm not sure whether or not at this time Toyota uses it. I can tell you that I haven't had anything necessarily flagged on my car, but here's the premise of the whole thing. So when you take your car, whatever you have, whatever BMW you have, into the BMW dealership, they hook up a diagnostic tool, the same as most dealerships do now, and they run diagnostics. But what their diagnostics are looking for is a little bit different, and it's something that I have not heard of anybody looking for in the past, and it really goes against a lot of what you hear and what people talk about out there. So the big thing that it looks for are differences in parameters. So if from the factory your car has a turbocharger, and that turbocharger is capable of producing 14 pounds of boost, and this is just all theoretical, I'm just talking about numbers in general at this point, but if your car from the factory was capable of producing, with the stock ECU, 14 pounds of boost, and they hook up the diagnostic tool and it shows that your car has produced 22 pounds of boost, it is now flagged as engine tampered. I believe those are the words that actually go into the system under your VIN number. So kind of an interesting concept in the fact that a lot of people think that they are looking for ECU flashes. And so a piggyback tune or a piggyback or anything else that could give you increased performance. And it's not just the boost numbers that they're looking at, from what I understand. There's several parameters that are part of that ISTA system that it looks at and determines whether or not the engine has been altered, or the parameters of the engine have been altered, or the performance has been altered. So what does this mean? Well, it means that if Toyota was to take this on, if Toyota was to start using this, or if you had a warranty claim and then they brought in BMW to look at it, and you had a piggyback tune that you thought was okay because you pulled it off, you've never flashed the ECU, so no matter what they do, if they look at the ECU, it's going to show 0 flashes other than anything that they had done on their end. So you feel like you're safe, you haven't done anything too extreme. Well, if you've upped your performance, you could, according to this system, you could be flagged. And from what I was reading, it's not an uncommon occurrence to have your engine flagged as tampered if you're driving a BMW. So I wanted to get that out there to you guys because I was not aware of that. You know, you hear everybody talking about, hey, you can use a piggyback tune and then just pull it off before you go in and you'll be fine. Well, that may not be the case if Toyota starts using the same system that BMW uses. And since it is a BMW engine and they'd probably be going back to BMW for warranty claims, BMW may push it on Toyota. And hell, I don't know, maybe some of the dealerships out there already have it and are using it. I do not know, and I couldn't tell you that. But just so we're all aware and all on the same page, I wanted to share that with you guys. All right, guys, so we are back from Cars and Coffee. Great showing out there. I showed you guys one parking lot area. There were really 3 parking lot areas, all about the same size. And then there were people parked up and down the road. When I left, there were people all kind of waiting for people to take off, because a few of the cars that had taken off out of there before I left, kind of, you could hear them. They were lighting it up. It's a little bit of a risky thing to do, because a lot of times the cops like to sit down the hill from that and catch people that are doing that. So I was a little bit tame on the way out of there, but it was a lot of fun. Really cool to go out there and see such awesome cars. I mean, that was the first time I've seen a Ford GT up close in person, so that was awesome. A lot of cool cars. It's cool to see what people are doing with cars that you wouldn't think they were out there modifying, wouldn't think people were modifying, but a lot of cool stuff going on, a lot of creativity. It's really cool to get out there and see a lot of people that are doing the same type of stuff and have the same passion for automobiles and cars that we're doing. Hey, I appreciate you guys coming along. If you haven't done so before, go down and hit that subscribe button. You know, it costs you absolutely nothing to do it, and it helps out the channel a ton. We need to get into the YouTube algorithms and get to a wider audience and get the views up so that we can start doing more and take this thing to the next level. So help me get there. Come on, guys, let's do it. Thanks.